mechanic is going to change the way you approach fishing in this game.
I am having technical difficulties, Elwood. I am not able to see the video.
Okay, I do see it, and they are seeing it. So here's some of the things. First, we're going to show off some of the new boilies. These are base boilies, just like what you're used to before. These are normal boilies, but we're going to have a lot of new flavors. This one's called Base Green. Hang on, a lot of viewers are getting a black screen. All right, Crucian, are you still getting a black screen?
I am not. Have them try refreshing the screen.
Yeah, refresh it, guys. Just like Infim and a few other people are saying. All right. This is another. Still showing off some of the new boilies here. These are pop-ups. For those who are familiar with carp fishing, you know that these kind of float in the water, allowing you to lift your presentation up off the bottom. They are good for certain types of bottoms, like muddy and sludgy bottoms and weedy bottoms, so that your bait stands out. This here is a normal boilie, and then the same kind, the pop-up, as you see, has a different color lid, and it says pop-up on the top. And these are going to come in a variety of flavors and scents. Here's some more. Some of your favorite boilies are going to come out with these new pop-ups. Oh, hang on, Potato Pilot. There's more to come.
Explosive boilies.
Go ahead.
Okay, these are our explosive boilies, which have a shell around them that will dissolve when they hit the water.
And these are soluble boilies.
They still have explosive on the screen. There we go. Soluble boilies. These are the soluble boilies that will sink down in the water, and the shell will dissolve a little more slowly.
Now here are some new types of baits. These are pellets. For those you are familiar with fishing in Europe, these are fairly common baits. So we now have pellets added to the game. You'll fish them a whole lot like bellies, like boilies, not bellies, boilies. They'll come in a variety of flavors and sizes as well. Those look delicious there. Cocos and cream. Also, we are introducing artificial corn with a variety of flavors and colors. So as you can see, there is a large variety of new baits coming out. And these, you'll see here later in the stream, you'll see how these tie into the other content that we're releasing with this new patch. And they come on pop-up varieties and normal varieties as well. All right, this is a marker
And then
rod.
we have a marker rod. And these are the floats that go along with it. And the
The,
marker sinker that marks the bottom as you drag it across. And also you can get the info on the water depth when you open the bail and release the float. It will float up to the surface and
so
show you the depth.
so we're going to describe it right now. You cast it out, and then you want to have a very slow retrieve on it. Uh, I like around 6 or 7 in the testing that I've done. And then you'll slowly drag it across the bottom. And if you look in the lower left-hand corner of the screen, you'll see right now it says soil sludge. That tells you the bottom type that you're looking for. Now you're on clay type bottom. Now these bottoms have been in the game for a while, but this is the first time the players now will be able to really map out the different types of bottom cover that it's available on any given body of water. This is really going to change the way you start targeting species, because you'll figure out what bottom types they like the best, and then you will be able to find those and fish off of them. And on top of that, you'll be able to find the exact depth. Now we're at the Shale Bank here. That's another bottom type. That's basically a bed of mussels. And here in just a second, we'll show you how you figure out the depth. So you can see that where the mouse pointer is, that's where the shell bed is. That's approximately where the float is sitting. We'll cast it out again. Of course, this is sped up for purposes of demonstration. There it is. He stops. He opens the bail to let the float come up to the top. You see it sitting there flat on the water. Then you tighten it, just one turn, maybe half a turn. Now it's sitting up correctly, and you see the depth, 2.2 meters. So you will know the exact depth and bottom type of wherever you're fishing. And yes, you can clip to cast to that. That is correct. But what he's going to do is he's going to cast out with a waggler to figure out what the clip is on that spot. Once he's got his clip, he can cast to that spot every time. Now, we have some new rigs, guys. You can see a lot of the common rigs used in Europe, different kinds like Chod rigs, hinged rigs, those sorts of things are coming out. So instead of just the paternoster, the loop, the method, you're now going to have a variety of presentations. You will also have new equipment such as lead cords, which you'll need to make sure the color matches the bottom type you're fishing on. You want to make sure, yeah, as it says, you want to match the ground structure there. Come in various sizes, so depending on the species you're targeting, you may want to use lighter ones or heavier ones, depending on what you're doing at the time. They come in quite a variety of colors to match to any of the available ground types. Sinkers, same thing, different shapes, textures, and colors in order to match ground types. Now this is a Chod rig. You need to make sure you put a proper hook on it. We have new carp hooks, and these carp hooks in the description will tell you which type of presentation they're best for. So when you're setting up your rig, you'll need to make sure you select a hook that matches the presentation that you're going for. Notice, now you can also select the mount. So you get different presentations with this chod. You can do pop-ups, you can do stacks of corn, you can do corn and a pop-up. So you get a variety of different presentations you can do with this chod rig. And all the new rigs that are being added are like that. You'll have a variety of mounting types. This is going to allow you to be very tactical when you are approaching the way you fish with the marker rods and the various rigs that specialize in different types of presentations and bottom type fishing. You're going to really have a whole lot of variety and tactics to choose from. Alright, so we're going to put a sweet corn pop-up, and we're going to put some esterberry corn red on there. And now, another exciting addition, dips. So these dips will add additional flavors to your baits, so you can soak them in there for a minute. Bleacher, I've seen several people ask that. We have no information on that at this time. Alright, Crucian, why don't you take over for the best part?
And here we're going to cast out, and I believe we're going to do a little fishing.
And before we do that,
Oh, looks like we're going to use our boilie throwing stick.
so those explosive and soluble boilies have purposes other than just fishing. You can use them to feed a spot. Sort of like a free sample. Alright, Crucian, I think your time is coming.
And fish on. I wonder what we've got here. Sped up a little bit for your convenience. Look like it's putting up a pretty good fight. And it's almost in. Anybody got any ideas?
That's a healthy fish there, Crucian.
Doesn't look like a species I've seen before. And look at that.
And so there you have it, guys.
Looks like everybody's already got a new spot to try out.
That's right. All the translations are not in place, Diamante, which is why we did not announce the name of that particular species. We do not know what the final translation for it will be. So this is still in development. So some things may change between now and then, but this is the direction that they're going with. There's going to be a whole lot of new tactics. There's going to be new ways to find these spots. There's also, as you saw, there's going to be new species in the game. It should add a lot of depth. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It looks like Twitch was having a lot of problems for some people. If you refresh the page, it'll show up. And luckily for you guys, there is a video on demand. So as soon as this stream is over, you will be able to view the video on demand for this and review everything that you saw as much as you like. So thank you again for coming and hanging out with us today. We'll take just a minute or two. Crucian, I'll let you handle any questions you want to answer. So guys, if you want to ask a couple of questions, Crucian will select some that he might be able to answer.
Unfortunately, Elwood, I am not able to see chat. I am one of those having Twitch problems.
Okay. Well, then I will answer any questions. You got a few minutes, guys. You got any questions? Kilted Jock, there's probably a few things that have not been announced here yet. Remember, this is just a sample. Bleacher, no ETAs on either. And at this point, we cannot, we don't have any information on what level this body of water will be yet either. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Because Floyd, that's the way we've always done it. We don't like to announce ETAs because if we fail to meet them, then everybody's disappointed, right? We also wait till we're very deep into our development cycle before we even release releases like this, so that you guys can see the new content. We want to make sure that we're fairly certain about what's being released. So yeah, we don't have an ETA, and that's we just don't do that. We don't want to put a date out there and then not be able to hit it for whatever reason. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming, and I do appreciate everyone coming out and watching this, and we'll see you again next time.